there's just pure consciousness and everything that arises out of that into dual worlds. It's like saying which part of the movie is your favorite part. It's like, it's just a movie, the whole thing. So it doesn't, I feel alive right now more than I have anywhere before, because anywhere before is just a memory. It's not even real. You see? So even if I said, oh yes, the time I did that thing, it's not even real. It's just a memory of something. Yes, there has been beautiful moments in my life, but there's been horrible moments in my life, like everybody, but it's all just the game. It's like, you don't go to the theater to look at the stage, you just go there to experience the show. So I don't really care about the curtain and the stage. I don't know if you know morphic resonance by Rupert Sheldrake. It's a theory about the communication between all living things. So everything is connected in ways that we don't even understand. And they do all these amazing experiments with, like, the dogs know when the owners come home. And when you teach rats a maze in one country, somehow rats in another country can do the maze. They learn how to do that maze, like if they do it at a quicker rate. And so it's like all this communication happening between things all the time. But at the core of all of that is this just shapeless, formless, limitless thing. And you can't actually say what it is, because when you say what it is, it's not even exist. You think you know what it is, you just don't know what it is. Because then you have put it again in the box. So in a limited conceptual way, but it's beyond conception. I think that's why people suffer, because they try to understand. They try to understand the meaning of life with thoughts and mind, but it's just the experience. That's it. I don't know. One of the moments where all of these things make quite a lot of sense is this guy called John Wheeler, and asking this question about, like, who am I? When you break that down and break it down, and then you come to just experience of life as it is right now, without any distortion. And that made sense. Every time, of course, we have a capability of self-deception. We are so great at that. We can fool ourselves and justify things and make up reasons and all of these things, but it's always good to come back to just the pure experience that you're having right now. Nothing else exists. And that's all.
Yeah, so you handed me a couple of questions that I went through before. And there is a lot food for thought in there, like an awful lot. Like every single card, every question you have created will give me at least an hour of stuff to talk about. And there is just a couple that stand out to me. And one of the big ones is the one that, what would you say to the person you were before this journey began? I think that's a very powerful one, because I've been on quite the mindful journey over the last couple of years. And being here has been a whole different experience for me, because I was extremely hyped to come here, and it's like, I'm gonna go dancing through the night till sunrise. And then the universe interfered a bit, and I got like bumped on the head. And then I had to take a chill for a couple of days. And then I went out one time and sprained my ankle. and also like couldn't really go and flow the way I wanted to. Past me before starting my mindful journey would have completely melted down about all of this and how the experience was affected and everything. And it didn't. I got so much love from everybody around me, and it's been absolutely beautiful to enjoy this burn on a different pace than the rest of the team, because the rest is all flying out and going adventuring, and every single one of them stops to include me in part of their journey. And I would have missed that if I would have ventured out of camp. You will come far and further than you thought with your mindfulness, and it's quite an emotional one, I'm not gonna lie. What I would like to say is you'll get there at some point. You know, the journey of life is never over, and all these little interferences from the universe have me helped finding pieces of myself that weren't visible to me before. And I'm extremely grateful for every single human being here, and just sharing their love and their energy with me, because that's what makes the world go round, isn't it? Just including everybody and making sure that everybody feels love. And I think that's one of my main takeaways of this beautiful, beautiful week. Yeah. And I want to thank everybody for that. Sorry. Yeah. So that's what I would say to the person before I started this journey. And even to my younger self, even, you'll get there somehow. It's going to be fine. Don't doubt yourself that much. And I think a lot of people have that, where they doubt themselves too much, where they're absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. And people just put themselves down, and they shouldn't. So I hope that people will start spreading the love more to each other, but also, very importantly, to themselves. Because they deserve it. So I hope that this burn will bring everybody some love for themselves, for other people, and actually take it out into the default world with them and spread it around. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to share with you.
My name's Andrew Parker. At this particular edition of Afrikaburn, all of them have always got shadows and highlights in the experience. You get challenged in various ways, and you also get shown, through the challenges, you get shown aspects about yourself. Through my process of making visuals and doing visual art at Afrikaburn. And one of the stories I have this time, which was an out-of-the-blue experience, which was completely polar to an experience of euphoria. It was I was driving to get my tools for a visual projection job, sculpture I was projecting on. And I was driving the bucky, and it was very dark. I was in a very dark area in between artworks and dance cars, music cars, and basically heard someone really screaming, a lady screaming for help. And I didn't think I was hearing right, so I switched the engine off and I stopped to listen, and indeed it was for real. And I went over there, and there was a lady smothering her partner, who had just had a heart attack. Well, I didn't know that it was a heart attack, but he was face down on the ground, very unconscious, in a very bad way. And I got help, and we loaded him in the van, and we rushed him off to the hospital, and unfortunately he didn't make it. And so that's been a very big mechanism to bring me into my body and into myself, and to question why I'm here and what am I doing here. And it's I've been asking myself a lot of questions through that experience, through experiencing that unfortunate situation. and it's been cathartic, but it's also been filled with a little bit of guilt, and it's awakened me in a way. Unfortunately, it comes from a bad situation, but it has, for me, my own experience. I didn't know the person at all. I didn't know him, a total stranger, and it was it was very emotional, and I've never been in a situation like that, and I felt kind of helpless, and it slowed me completely down, out of the party fun hysteria part of Afrikaburn, which we all come to seek, but it's not what we want to seek, it's about what we receive. Yeah, that's been my lesson. I hope it wasn't too demure or too... Is that all right? Okay. You know what part of me wants to come out and play is the part of me that is stuck in a kind of a default world reality, I suppose, that certain parts of you, because of the system, is what it is. Find your inner playfulness, and that's why I like to come out to challenge myself and meet new people and find my inner child and be self-expressed and explore art and thinking. Yeah. Do you want to answer another card? Okay. The wound I'm honouring here is my feeling of actually feeling my feelings and not being in my head too much. From my experiences here this time around, I've definitely been shown the road to understanding myself and understanding why I'm not completely fully self-expressing my emotions. To break out of the mold or the skin I've grown through life, you know, in order to make me fit into the world. We think we need to fit into the world, and so we grow a certain persona around ourselves. It's like an ego shell, I suppose, which kind of confines us and makes us self-conscious. And so to be less self-conscious and just go according to my intuition, my feelings, and not be afraid. Is that good? Okay, cool.
Thank you, mother.
It's very serious, but it's what's been, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, well. Welcome, Myron, and thank you for joining us in our project.
My name is Myron. I'm okay.
Okay, so you can start